Welcome, everyone, and thank you all for attending this year's TouchALife World Kindness Day event. As we near the end of 2021, I wanted to share with you some of the remarkable milestones achieved by our team at the TouchALife Foundation. Today would not be possible without the dedicated effort of the TAL team, as well as our numerous partners who have enabled us to have a wider reach across various communities. We've put together an amazing show for all of you, including some very insightful conversations around education and innovation. I hope that by hosting this year's virtual conference, we can let 1,000 flowers bloom in the space of giving and can help various members of the TAL community engage in some thought-provoking social entrepreneurship opportunities. I wouldn't be surprised if next year we saw a brand new array of nonprofit organizations whose inception was inspired by this very conference and whose operations were built on and through the TAL Giving app. 2021 has certainly been an interesting year. Through major advancements in vaccines and various public mandates, the world has finally managed to get a hold on fighting the coronavirus, and we've finally witnessed the number of coronavirus deaths steadily drop. Japan, for instance, has recorded its first month with no coronavirus deaths. Because of this, offices and public spaces across the world have begun to open up again, and people were finally able to see their friends and coworkers again after long periods of isolations. Although progress has been made on the medical innovation front, there are still many issues left for us to tackle and help solve. The coronavirus has left a deep scar on the way society functions, and the effects of that are being seen right now. The supply chain crisis has driven up the cost of everyday goods, and working families have been hurt significantly from the rise in prices. Several families in India were also affected by the rise in the Delta variant, leaving many families to lose a member of the household when they desperately needed it. Students have also gotten heavily behind in school because of not having been able to attend in person. The isolation caused by the closing of schools and offices also led to an increase in feelings of isolation and domestic violence, thus resulting in a mental health epidemic that is continuing to grow. With this, we feel that solutions such as the TAL Giving app are needed right now more than ever. The TAL Giving app is a marketplace that connects donors to donees on our platform. On the TAL Giving app, all kinds of donations are welcome, including gifts of cash, kind, or time. Unlike other tech applications around giving, which purely focus on cash-based donations, the TAL Giving app takes the approach of broadening the number of ways in which those who want to help can help, and in which those who need help can ask for help. Time and time again, we've seen the needs of the community require simply much more than that of cash-based donations. We've seen during times of coronavirus that the need for masks and the need for blood donations and the oxygen tanks were very critical. We've also seen amongst our underserved populations in the Bay Area that there's a major need for medical expertise in fields of dentistry, optometry, and mental health. Through the TAL Giving app, we hope to use state-of-the-art technology to connect donors to donees to make this possible. We do this through our state-of-the-art tech stack. Our tech stack uses Google Cloud infrastructure and leverages Android and iOS native front-end client frameworks to facilitate these connections. Furthermore, we leverage Google Firebase for building low latency applications and ensuring high availability. By working with state-of-the-art cloud-native tech stacks, we can ensure that our technology is fundamentally scalable and is ready to tackle exponential growth as we continue to expand across global markets. Our application currently supports donations in USD and INR and is able to send money to nonprofit organizations across the world at no cost to the donor. We've also integrated across several payment processors to ensure the safe money movement and leverage these technologies to ensure AML and KYC compliance so that your money does not go towards any kind of terrorist or fraud-related activities. Our commitment has always been to make sure that 100% of the funds go from donor to donee in a safe way, and we've continued to onboard several nonprofit organizations to widen the reach of the TouchALife Foundation. We've updated our app to also include push notifications for our users so that they can stay up to date with any new developments across the TAL Giving app and that they can stay up to date with causes that they care about. We also want to ensure that the TAL Giving community is a safe space for all users on our application and want to ensure that all users feel welcome. Because of this, we've added AI updates to our app to ensure that any kind of improper content on the app is removed promptly. TAL admins are also looking very carefully to make sure that any kind of improper content or any kind of content that would make our app unsafe is completely removed. Our commitment to you is that we will continue to use these advancements in technology, and we will continue to leverage our dedicated team to make sure that the Tile Giving app is an environment that works for all of our stakeholders and all of our users and is a fundamentally positive environment. Furthermore, we're looking to expand our swath of corporate partnerships to include more corporate donors. We've developed a gamified mechanism for donors to donate to donees and earn kindness points. Eventually, we hope that kindness points will be integrated into corporate CSR programs and HR mechanisms, such that corporations can run their own internal giving drives and keep track of charitable work that their employees are doing. Kindness points will also help other nonprofit organizations reach out to potential volunteers with their unique skill sets in areas such as technology, finance, legal, and medical expertise, so that nonprofit organizations can take advantage of the wide array of expertise across the Tile Giving community. It's also my privilege to tell you that we have also begun inspiring a new set of leaders through our Tile Scouts program. Across the United States in Dallas, San Jose, and New Jersey, we've seen high school students participate in the spirit of giving. Just as in the early years of TouchALife Foundation, when we ourselves gave hundreds of backpacks, socks, and sweaters to children in the US McKinney-Vento programs, this year our Tile Scouts across the US partnered with their local McKinney-Vento chapters to donate masks to underprivileged students in their respective school districts. We've also built these clubs around the tenets of social entrepreneurship and have developed a curriculum around social entrepreneurship education. Students come together each week to learn various aspects around social entrepreneurship, including classroom instruction, where they receive virtual lessons around social entrepreneurship, fundraising, outreach, and planning. Students will learn essentials towards building a business and effectively running it. These activities will allow students to grow in key areas of business, while also giving them an opportunity to think innovatively in the space of giving. They'll also earn virtual volunteering opportunities, volunteering made safe and convenient with virtual classes, meetings, and resources, powered by the technology of TouchALife Foundation. We want to teach students to use the Tile Giving app to do virtual mentoring sessions and virtual tutoring sessions. Virtual volunteering enables our Tile Scouts to volunteer for causes across the world. Our hope is that this will help our volunteers share their own skills while also making new friendships and gaining a diverse perspective by interacting with all walks of life through their virtual volunteering. We've also been innovating in the Ideathon and Leadership Conference space through a Tile Transformers program for our Tile Scouts. This is a chance for Tile Scouts across the country to come together to learn, compete, and showcase their work in a fun and exciting atmosphere. This year, we're hosting our first Tile Transformers event in which young students from all over the world, including IIT, ISB, and other university students, will all be competing towards building ideas on how to solve the 17 UN SDGs. Our goal is to educate young talent in the UN SDG goals focused on people, planet, peace, and prosperity to create a better world for all, so that they can engage in creating their own social enterprise and identify an opportunity that is aligned with each of these SDGs to impact an underserved group in their local community with a social enterprise in either advocacy, philanthropy, or business. Students will also get skilled on social enterprise digital frameworks and get access to social innovation tools such as the Tile Giving Digital Philanthropy, Tile Radio, and Tile Media for Digital Advocacy. Furthermore, they will be building their own lean canvas. In the final round, they will submit their social innovation solution, fill up the canvas, submit an elevator pitch, and a 15-slide pitch deck. Participants will get access to mentors and learn from Tile leaders, experienced social entrepreneurs, and change makers. The finalists from the competition will then present at the Tile Scouts Pitch Fest to a panel of leading nonprofit leaders, academic experts, and social impact venture capitalists. Finally, our Tile radio program now has a variety of shows that people can listen to on various topics. The radio program features exciting shows such as Growing Through the Ranks, a podcast in career development, all the way to our foodology podcast, where listeners can learn more about the history of food. Our goal with the TAL Radio is to expose listeners to topics that may inform and inspire them. We also want to engage our community towards generating their own content that spreads a positive attitude. The TAL Radio will also act as a means of helping nonprofit organizations partnered with the TouchALife Foundation to connect to others who may need help. This will provide a 360-degree social media marketing experience. Through TAL Radio, our Instagram and Facebook pages, we plan on expanding the reach of all of our nonprofit organization partners and make it easier for them to raise donations. I'd finally like to take a moment to thank our charter members for making all the amazing work that we do possible. Be it TAL Radio, TAL Media, or the TAL Giving application, charter members allow TouchALife Foundation operations to run without charging the donor any amount of money along the way. They provide their expertise and the resources so that we can maintain the utmost quality in developing the TAL ecosystem. Thank you all for attending today's conference. I hope you enjoy today's talks and find them insightful. I hope that you'll come today inspired and motivated to join us in our mission of spreading kindness.